Alright boys, so today in this video I'm gonna show y'all how to rebuild VTC gear. This one specifically is off K20Z3, or this one's off the CRE I just bought. CRV block I just bought, which is K24A1. So it's the 50-degree RBC gear. So I'm gonna show you guys how to take this all the way apart. Take basically the whole entire insides out, show you how it works, and then clean everything up, put it back together, and then yeah, and prime it so everything works perfect. So yep, we're gonna take apart this whole thing, and I'm gonna show you how to unlock it and lock it and everything. But yeah, stay tuned for the video. Let's get right into it. All right boys, so I got the VTC gear right here. As you can see, it is that RBC. All right, so just going over some tools that you might need. Here's a pocket screwdriver, flathead, very fine tip, and then magnet on the back. You're gonna want a T30 torque socket, or on some of them they are T27, but this one is a T30. So as you can see, T30. You're gonna want some brake clean. All right, if you have carb clean, that'll work too. And then a ratchet of some sort. I'm going to be using my M12 Impact just to take these front cover bolts off. So take these off. Is going to be the first step. So we'll get these off. There goes the first one. Here's the second. Damn. All right. So right away, here's the back. Yo, that is a funny fucking shape. Yo, I'm not even joking. I did not put that there. Okay, so right off the bat, there's gonna be this little plastic piece that's gonna shoot out. You want to make sure that you don't lose that. I'm gonna take these 4 Torx bolts and set them in a magnetic parts tray so I don't lose them. But this little sprocket right here is important. All right, so we're gonna take our spring, put these 2 together, and we're just gonna set it to the side by the gear over here. I just set it laying over here. Okay. All right, so after we got the sprocket and the spring out, set that to the side. All right, now we're basically, oh my god, my whole table just almost fucking blew away. All right, let me move this over here. Sorry, I'm working on a fucking what are these called, a bin lid, like that you put shit in. All right, anyway, so this back cover has got to come off now. So as you can see, it's already starting to move. All right, so there's a pin on here that's locking it. Just gonna rotate that off, pop it off. Here's the back cover. Now, when we look at this, we want to inspect for any deep scratches. All right, so if you run your nail over it, right, so you see, you can kind of see there is scratches, right, all these little scratches. That's fine, as long as you can't catch your nail on it, it'll be good. Right, so this feels pretty good. Set that to the side. Okay, now kind of doing this the back way. So this pin right here that you just saw me take out, or that fell out, use my screwdriver. Okay, damn, the screwdriver's a little too strong. Okay, so this is what allows the VTC gear to lock and unlock. Is this pin right here. So we're gonna put this with our part stuff over here. So I got the sprocket and stuff over here as well. Don't lose anything, because now there's about to be shit flying. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna push it up. Now you see these little fingers here? These are spring loaded. So what they're doing is they're holding themselves, they're pushing out onto the wall, on the walls on here, if you get what I'm saying, you know? And it's pushing onto the wall, so it keeps it in place, right? So if I shake this thing, right, this thing doesn't just fall through because it has tension on those walls. So those little springs, we want to try to take out one by one. So we'll pop this out, and we'll just start grabbing them one by one. So there's the first one. Okay, that's what they look like. This one kind of fell apart, but there's this little piece right here, and this is what pushes on the wall. Okay, so take your time, take them out one by one. All right. All right, so I kind of just got tired of that, and I just took the whole thing out at once. But try to take them out one by one, or if you do what I just did, then just be careful that you don't lose any of the pins. Okay, like that. It's no good, no bueno. All right, you don't want to lose any of these pieces, because that is what actually causes these to go bad. Is mostly these springs in here. So don't lose any of them. Okay, another important part. Do you see the orientation on these? You see how the curved part, right? The outside of the curved part goes into the gear. Okay. So it's like a smiley face, not a frown going on in the gear. It doesn't go in like this. Okay, it goes in like that. The orientation is important on all the pins. Okay. So don't mess it up. Get all these pins out of the way. So in total, I think there's 8 pins. There's one more sticking right here. Okay, now look at the orientation of these ones that are on the actual gear. Okay. A little smiley face, this little spring, right, is not on the outside, it's on the inside of this one. Okay, and that's for all these 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? This goes on to the inside, not the outside. All right, see how this is flat? So that's also important to remember. So get these guys out. Boom. Now we can start cleaning and then get to rebuilding it. All right, boys, so I went ahead and brake cleaned all these parts off. As you can see, all spick and span clean. Make sure you get the inside of these, clean these grooves out very well, very good. Make sure you, brake clean these grooves, these holes right here. Get both sides. Got the faceplate cleaned off. This is the most important part to clean, okay? There's oil passages here. These holes, those are oil passages. That's where oil flows through. So all these little holes that you see, we got to clean those out very good, especially with these grooves too. We want to clean these out. So do not forget to, this is, if you clean anything out, have it be this, okay? All these passages need to be spick and span, okay? Next thing we're going to do is make sure that this there's the VTEC locking and unlocking pin is clean too. Okay, now we can start assembling. So remember when I said there was that little pin? There it is. We're going to grab our base plate here. Oh, look at that. There's that little pin. Now, before we do that, I do have some fresh engine oil here. We're going to be re-oiling this the VTC gear. So, grab some of that oil. We're just going to spread it on the plate like this. Okay. Just like you're rebuilding an engine, you don't ever want metal on metal contact, right? You always want some lubrication there. So, put some oil on that. Same thing with this back plate here. On all these contact points, put oil. Boom. Okay. So, now we can grab our bottom plate, line the dowel pin up, rotate it in. Boom. So now these two are together. Okay. Next thing we're gonna do, just grab this guy. Okay. Same thing here. We want to make sure we have oil on all the contact points. So you guys can't even see what I was doing. So I'm just rotating this around, and I'm going to spread oil, right, on every single contact point. Don't forget the top and bottom too. Okay, good. So now we can take the VTC gear and we can set it down. Boom. All right. Now, look at that. Right away, I can tell I put this in the wrong way because that hole doesn't line up with the pin down there. So, we're going to take this guy. I said, what I want to do, it's a tight fit, right? Take this guy out, flip it around. So now these pins should line up. Boom. Then you're going to take your dowel pin, right? Get some oil on that thing. Drop it in. Boom. Okay. So now this thing is locked. Shouldn't move. Okay. Then now we're just gonna go in and start dropping in our little springs. Okay. So same thing here. My hands are already oily, right? Get some oil on them. Now there's 2 teeth on there. 1 and 2. 2 teeth on here. 1 and 2. So we got to make sure that we drop them in and we assemble them like this and then slide them in. We want the plastic side, which is this back side, to be riding against the part that moves. Okay? If we have the metal side against something that moves, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to scratch the surface and it's going to ruin the VTC gear. So, plastic side on parts that move. Okay? So, like for instance, this side. The actual gear itself doesn't move. This part on the inside does. So, plastic is going to be coming towards me. So, we can slip this guy in here. Just like that. It's pretty simple once you get the hang of it. Grab our next one, get some oil on it, grab your pin, okay, stack it on, okay. Once we have it stacked on like that, same concept here. Now we're going to do this one. So the part that moves is going to be the outside now. So we're going to have this facing in. Okay. Now, if it doesn't go in, don't force it. Maybe you have to flip it around. It might go in only one way. So that one's not going in there like that. So let's try a different hole. Half the battle is just lining them up. Okay, there goes that one. So you don't want to force anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all the rest of these done, and then meet back with you guys. Okay, so as you can see, we got all of our little pins back in. Right now we want to make sure that orientation's all good. I showed you guys how to set up the orientation correct. So now, right, we got everything looking all good. So now we're basically ready to seal back up. So remember, one more time, we're gonna put that spring in, right? Make sure you put that pin in. Do not forget to put that pin in. Spring, sprocket, okay, right? And that it should spring back up like that. Okay. Then you're gonna grab your front plate cover. Right? Now it's only gonna go on one way. So, because the bolt holes only line up one way. Because if I try to take this and rotate it this way, the bolt holes ain't never gonna line up like that. Okay, so it only goes on one way, so remember that. So once I got this set up, you grab your Torx bolts, get them lined up in. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna take just some of this oil and just add it in here, just to give it a little head start for the first startup. Give it a little bit of oil pressure. Just so we know everything gonna have no metal on metal contact at all. Everything's gonna be riding smoothly. So now you can take the VTC cover and get this guy slapped on here. Get our Torx bolts. Start them out by hand. So I'm sure there is probably a torque spec for this, but I don't know. I'm gonna just hit them down on mode 2 with my M12 impact here and call it good. So good enough for me. Just make sure there isn't a huge gap here, otherwise you know you gotta go tighter. But yeah, that is how you fully rebuild, reassemble probably any VTC gear, honestly, but this one is obviously a Honda RBC gear. So yeah, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. I don't want to be like every other YouTuber, but yeah, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It really does help me out a lot. And yeah, expect more videos coming in the future. I got my K24 block sitting right there, waiting on the pistons and rods to put that together. A little update on transmission. I took it all apart, got the final drive and everything. 4.3 ring gear. Shout out to Evron for hooking me up on that, and the counter shaft from the Accord he had. 4.3 final drive. But yeah,